everyone! It's I, the one and only, and I have decided to begin the game The Letter. I had played it last year. I did not go through that far. I think I did at least chapter 1, but then I can't remember anything that has happened. But I want to redo the whole game. I actually want to sit there and actually, because I've lost all memory of the game, and it's only the beginning I've played. But we are gonna start a new game, and hopefully I don't cry that much. Hopefully the audio is all good. Hopefully I sound good. If not, let me know. But we are gonna start a new game. Okay. Okay, I forgot about that one. By the way, it's spooky time, so a lot of screaming and lots of swearing, most likely in the stream. The Emerald Grand Mansion. It was built for Lord William and Lady Elizabeth. Again, long, big words, can't say. Don't make fun of me. I have special needs. Element grade of Luxembourg.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Thank you. Yeah, spooky day. I fucked up. Humble ambassadors of peace and beloved by their people. Both were well known for their compassion and generosity, never failing to extend a helping hand to anyone in need. Under their influence and wealth, what was once a small sleepy village grew to a prosperous and bursting town. Thank you, guinea pigs. However, the seasons of joy inevitably ended when the good noble perished at the hands of the Great Plague. Their rich allegedly were henceforth passed on to their only child, Lady Charlotte Emergade. I'm guessing that's the ghost. The mansion has stood since the 1620s, a witness to a very long history of joy and pain. After Lady Charlotte committed suicide, the great house was inevitably left uninhabited. By the way, warning! Warning for everyone! This will contain gore, horror, things that might make you uncomfy. Please, you are welcome to leave if any of this makes you uncomfy. Thank you. Oh, thunder. And that is when it began. Surrounding a village spoke of seeing and hearing unearthly things, of cries and howls that filled the night, and hearsay of mystery women roaming the hollow halls aimlessly. People who dared enter its walls were simply never heard from again. Even after 400 years, those stories remain much like the house itself. Whispers about the once great house, its legend and its curse, still fall upon the villagers' ears. In a spit of this, the current owner are convinced that those stories are nothing more than a hoax. With little regard of the truth, they had rural reality complication placed the property back on sale. Like Pandora box, the secret that lie inside awaits to be discovered by brave souls. No matter what happens, take care not to be consumed by the curse. Okay. Good luck. We got this. Isabella. Oh. Pick up.
Hello? Isabella? Are you there? Where are you?
Give me a moment. What is this? Oh, profiles. Isabella! Let's get to know Isabella. Birthday! May the 28th. Blah blah blah. Hi. Is there anything interesting? Do you like cinnamon rolls, dogs, food, police? Police? I think that says police. Production, dramas, and tales, scurry, comedy, and singing. She is the third child among 7. Oh, I need my glasses. Oh, my glasses are in the kitchen. Never mind. I'll go blind. She is the third child among 7, daughter of the laundry woman and the drapery driver. She went to a public school and was an average student, but took to art easily. Eventually, she paused a degree in fine art as encouraged by her father. However, when the man was diagnosed with the illness, she had stopped studying to make money. It was Isabel's aunt who helped her get work across seas in order to come more money than any local job could get her. Rose Kapoor became her mentor as soon as she started the agent of BRC. It's been 5 years since her and her neighbor Rebecca. She met Ashton during the unfortunate incident involving her first sale at Devot Court, and later Zachary through him. Yeah, we can't really check anyone else. Wear your glasses. They're too far away now. It's fine. A familiar, jittery voice comes from the other end.
Oh, hey Rose. I'm at St. Goretti High. What's the matter?
What do you mean, what's the matter?
I am so glad they have voices.
It's the mansion, silly. I'm here and you're late. Jeez, we're on shift together. You promised. Oh my god, please don't tell me you forgot. You were planning on leaving me to check this place out on my own, weren't you?
Yes.
You chickened out.
Yes.
Calm down. You know I take my promises seriously.
Why is Sans there? Why is Sans the skeleton here?
I'd like to believe that. So hurry up and get here. This place is huge. A bit too quiet since no one's lived here since, like, forever, but beautiful nonetheless.
Why are you so surprised? This isn't the first time you've been there.
I know. I just wish I could live in a place like this. It really takes my breath away.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Not after the rumors that say it's haunted.
Jeez, never mind those rumors. Ghosts aren't real after all.
They are. Sans Undertale? Yeah, it's Sans Undertale. He's career job. Wait.
And even if they
There we
are,
go.
which they are not, they can't do anything. They're nothing but spirits.
You don't know
Spirits?
that. They might be listening or watching right now.
Okay.
And they might not be happy with you enough to curse you.
Okay, Isabella, you're
No
overreacting.
offense, sweetie, but that's a bit of a stretch.
Believe it or not, it's better to be careful.
Right. You know, not every property we sell will end up with a dead body stuffed in a sofa.
You never
And
know.
I think that mansion is where we'll likely find another one. I can feel it.
Another one?
That was one time, Isabella. Loosen up. Wait, just get here ASAP, please. I'm getting bored being here on my own.
Aw, I'm sorry,
Fine.
Rose.
Let me just finish up here. I'll be right there soon.
Okay, see you. Bye.
I like Rose. She hung up before I can respond. Rose, still charming as ever.
Who's that?
Huh? Oh, you're adorable. I looked up from my phone to see Becca, giving me a questionable look.
Oh, that? It's just Rose.
The one who trained you.
For your job when you started. Why does he not say the last bit?
You're working together again?
Just for this property. We've been scoping out that big mansion down Anselm Village after the renovations. Today's sort of its grand opening to the public. The RC wants to give it one last check before we let potential buyers tour it this afternoon.
Hold on. Is this the same mansion you've been telling everyone about?
Oh. The audio and the text is different. Okay.
Didn't you keep
Good to know.
saying how it just gave you the creeps? You actually went there? And you're going back?
Well, I did promise Rose I wouldn't ditch her. And besides, a job is a job. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
As soon as those words leave my mouth, Becca lets out a soft chuckle. Oop. Oh, I didn't mean to save. Yeah, this is my old save. I don't remember anything.
What's so funny?
Nothing. It's just that I didn't expect you to say that. Coming from
Wow.
you, it sounds so out
Wow.
of character. I mean, no offense, but
Wow.
you've been freaking out ever since you got assigned to it. I honestly thought you'd back out.
I think
Not
I
all the
would.
time. I could really use a huge amount of cash right now, and this is just the fastest way to get it. Plus, listen to this. Briar Realty wants it sold as soon as possible, and the agent who lands the deal is going to get a huge bonus.
And that's
We
gonna be
never give
me.
bonuses like that. Getting that would make life so much easier. They're desperate, I'm desperate, it's perfect.
It's perfect. A sympathetic look crosses her face.
You know, if you're really in urgent need of money, you could have just asked me.
I don't want money from you.
Oh,
You're my
Ashton.
friend.
We can always let you borrow, and you can pay us back whenever.
No. I have to keep myself from groaning out loud. Yeah. In the years I've known her, I can already tell what to expect once she has that expression.
Becca!
Yeah.
I've noticed that you've been living off instant noodles these past few weeks.
Oh god, mood. She crosses her arms and glances at the fort. Her voice slightly raises as she begins to scold me. Oh god. Is Becca the mom in the group? Instantly, I'm reminded why Becca excludes at teaching for socially just
Stop
teenagers.
eating junk. They're cheap, but they're not good for you.
But they're easy to cook.
You'll definitely end up in the hospital if you keep at it.
That's true. Oh, I eat other things too. You're not my mom. You're not my mom. I eat other things
Hey!
too.
I eat other things too.
Ooh. Hey! I did a good thing. I want to stay on the same thing, so I'm not gonna undo something. Whatever happens, happens. That's my storyline. I ain't going back. So hopefully I get a good ending. I fold my arms across my chest, mimicking her posture and giving her the best frown I can muster. The same one I've used with my younger siblings when they were being difficult. Instead, she only raises an eyebrow at me.
That's not going to work on me. And I saw it when you were cleaning your flat last week.
God damn.
The instant noodle cups outnumber everything else.
You're just exaggerating. Did you even see what's in my cupboard yet? I'm not
Soup.
just living on instant noodles alone. I've got canned beans, peas, tuna, ham, and even hamburgers in there.
Not even soup? You got beans though. She got beans. That's all that matters. Becca's wrinkling her nose by the time I get to the end of the small list. She even went a little green on the last one. I would have laughed a little at that if I didn't know I would only lead to more repentment from her.
Aren't those the same ones you won from the grocer's raffle more than a year ago?
Ugh.
Oh, I sincerely hope you're checking the date stamps on those things before eating them. I don't want a repeat of last year.
I'm gonna poison
In any
myself.
case, those are still not exactly healthier choices, Belle.
Are you sure? She shakes her head, possibly laughing at some funny, distant memory. When she looks up, I immediately brace myself. More words from her. Sometimes it's just better to let Becca talk until she's out of things to say. But when she turns her attention back to me, there's only warmth in her smile. Aww.
What am I going to do with you?
Let me be your child and take care of me. She says this more to herself than me, her voice shifting to something kinder, even mothery, if I'm looking for the exact word.
I hope you know that it's impossible not to worry about you when you're like this. You don't have to keep eating the same thing.
I know, but pop noodles are really good.
Didn't I tell you before? You're always free to reheat my leftovers.
Ah.
Thanks, Becca. I really appreciate it, but you don't need to keep babying me.
No, keep babying me.
You've been taking care of me since after I moved here. You have to take a break sometime. And before you ask again, no. You know I'm not a fan of borrowing money.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to ask you to give me what you earned hard for yourself.
You and your pride. But suit yourself. The offer stays on the table, though.
I nod in response, if only to get her to drop the topic. But I'm pretty certain I will never take that offer. Ever. It has nothing to do with pride. I've simply seen plenty of time how friendship can turn for worse just because of a few unpaid debts. I don't want something like that to happen between me and Becca. We may argue about a lot of small petty things, but she already feels like a real sister to me. I don't want to lose that friendship over something so trivial. Becca's movement when she takes a quick glance at something behind me snaps me out of my thoughts.
Well, enough chit-chat. Lunch is ending, and my students will be back any minute. We can catch up later.
Okay,
Good luck with your clients.
Thank you.
You better treat us to lunch or something if you get that sale.
Oh, will do.
You bet!
With a small smile, she returns to her desk and begins shifting through the pages, or rather, thick history book. She's probably working on the next week's lesson plan, or trying at least. Her eyes are distant, and she doesn't seem too attentive to whatever is on the page. As if she heard my thought, Becca stops coughing heavily. Her hands hastily goes to the mouth to shift the sound. This is personally why I follow her here. For someone who makes a habit out of worrying about others, Becca sure forgets how to take care of herself.
Hey, you sure you can manage on your own? I mean, you're still a bit feverish.
Aww.
Hush, dear. Don't you worry about me. I'll just drink some medicine and I'll be right as rain.
I level with a flat look. She had a cold for a couple of days now. Something about the strange weather not agreeing with her lately. And despite my advice to take the week off and rest, I found her apartment empty when I dropped by this morning. She even left the medicine her doctor gave her. Look who's being stubborn now.
You shouldn't even be working right now.
Seriously, you big baby. I'll be fine. For now, just go to work and stop making that Rose girl wait for you.
Yeah, this is true.
I'll call you if I still feel bad, and you can come pick me up if it makes you feel any better.
She offers me a reassuring smile, and I can only sigh. Why do I even bother? There's no stopping her once she's decided on something. Defeated, I reach inside my bag and pull out the same bottle of medicine she left earlier. She looks at it wary when I placed it in front of her. Unfortunately for her, this is the one thing I'm not letting her have her way.
All right, but don't forget what the doctor said. Drink this on time. I'll see you later, okay?
There's an amused glim in her eye when she shifts them back to me.
Look who's playing the mother hen now.
Rebecca!
Okay. I won't tease anymore.
I love their friendship.
I'll make sure to drink it, Mom.
Before I can retort, she casts another look at the clock. I take that as a sign to finally end the conversation and shut my visit. With a small wave, I leave her alone in her classroom and her thoughts. I hail a taxi to take me to the property as soon as I leave the school grounds. The mansion is some way out of the countryside, but I don't have any trouble giving a driver a distraction. Virtually everyone in Luxburn City knows about it, including every bit of rumour surrounding the place. In fact, just the mention of the name is enough for local to give you a caution side glance. I learnt that the hard way the first time I commuted there, and only boosted my belief that there's something more to the house. Even the news of it being re-noted and placed back up in the markets has caused quite a stir. Thankfully, it died down a few weeks later. The place would have become a lot harder to sell otherwise. I avert my eyes from the window once the building shrinks is in the distance. We get a glimpse of the countryside, though. Throughout a quick glance of my watch tells me we're still a few minutes away from our way. Might as well get some work done. Rose did ask me to review the mansion documents. I already looked them over last night, but you never know where things might go wrong. Life has ways of messing things up like that. Halfway through reading the paper, my phone rings again. I pick it up without looking, neatly tucking it between my ear and shoulder. It's probably just Rose again, anyway.
Rose?
Ash!
Guess again.
Oh, I like your voice.
Ash.
That voice.
Bingo.
Hey, what's up?
Just checking if you're still cool later this evening.
You mean that thing with Zach?
Yeah. he even called in the middle of the night just to remind me.
No, don't worry. I didn't forget. I'll be there.
Cool, I'll see you later. What time do you get off?
Around 6 p.m.? It's the first day of the Ermengarde Mansion's open house, and we're expecting quite a number of potential buyers. I'll be booked the whole afternoon.
Ermengarde Mansion?
You know, the big Jacobean mansion at Anselm Village? I'm on my way there right now, actually.
On your own?
Yeah, well, Rose is already there, but yeah.
Beep beep.
I see. Looks like the scaredy cat finally toughened up.
Shut up!
Ha! Ash chuckles, and I can't help but roll my eyes upon hearing it.
I'll see you later. Drop me a call when you're done. I'll see if I can pick you up.
Whatever.
Aw.
Bye.
Is he a fucking tsundere? Fucking blushing like that. Stupid asshole. Oh, I wish I knew someone named Ash. Asshole. Always teasing me whenever he sees a chance. I'll show him who's tough. Oh, fuck. Oh, news. Is this... Oh, timeline. There we go. October 21st. Before going to the emerging mansion, Isabella Sato dropped by... Oh, this is just, telling us what we already done. I'm not gonna read that. It takes a few minutes for... It takes a few more minutes until I finally reach the infamous mansion. I have to admit, the entire property does look wonderful from outside. Yet, despite all of this, it does nothing to hide that something is just wrong. The surrounding area is unusually silent, and the only rustling of the leaves can be heard as a coasterly breeze passes. While Asturian Village is just a few miles away, everyone keeps their distance on purpose. Perhaps our fear, the horror of falling under the mansion curse? Somehow, it makes me feel sad. The lack of human presence just makes this place all the more eerier than it has any right to be. If it's uncanny in broad daylight, I can't imagine how this place looks at night.
Are you planning to go inside that place, Missy?
No. The voice nearly makes me jump out of my skin. Without completely taking my eyes away from the house, I give the driver a confused nod. A beat passes when I wait for him to say more, but his only answer is a non-commuted hum. Belatedly, it occurs to me that he must be waiting for my payment. I mentally slapped myself for spacing out and promptly hands him the fare with a sorry look. I expected him to leave as soon as I've paid, but there's a hesitant expression on him, as if something hasn't been said yet.
Is there something wrong?
Look, Missy, I'm sure you've heard what the people are telling everyone about that place. Nobody likes to be disturbed when they're at peace, and I'm pretty sure whatever they say is in that house doesn't want to either. I admit they did a good job fixing it up, but there must have been a reason why even distant relatives of the family who used to own the house never no wonder they
I
wanted
didn't
to
mean
get
to
rid
click
of it.
that fast. My bad.
Maybe they just didn't like it?
I got a happy trigger
You
finger.
never know.
He drives off after, but what he said has left a foreboding feeling in my gut. I breathe out a heavy sigh as I approach the house. After hearing enough of the rumors, I should expect the conversation to take that turn. But I'm already here. Backing up is completely out of question. It's not like I have a choice anyway. If I want to get that bonus and commission, one way or another, I'll have to sell this property. The door is a door when I get to it, however, while my own copy of the key dangle uselessly in my hand, Rose must have left it open when she arrived. That's weird. We must be the only people here this early, but I've never known her as someone careless. Okay. Entering what greets me inside leaves me gasping. They cleaned every corner, waxed the floor, dusted the entry, searched every nook, cranny, and cave to make it spick and span. All for the sake of making the mansion more entitled to the modern-day lord and ladies. But no matter how hard they try, the mansion still looks as soulless as ever. As though it's going to eat you alive. If you ask me, they should have just listened to what the other people have been telling them and leave this place alone. Some things in this world are better left alone, never to be disturbed ever again.
Rose?
A call out.
Rose, I'm here. Where are you?
Okay, I like the echo. That's pretty cool. My voice echoes softly throughout the hallways. Oh, who am I kidding? In a place like this, I don't think she'll hear me, no matter how deafening the silence is. She could be all the way on the other side of the property for all I know. Quickly, I reach for my phone and dial her number. But
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
oh shit. What do you mean has not been recognized? We were just talking a while ago. Sonaxes was eaten by the house, right? Oh god. Or maybe the ghost did hear us talking and spirit her away, right? Right? No, Isabella, don't be stupid. She probably just wandered deeper into the house and lost a signal or something. I dialed her number again, hoping the call will connect this
The
time.
number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
Oh, fuck. But no, Aval. Oh boy. I have a very bad feeling about this.
Rose? If you can hear me, please come out. Come on, Rose. This isn't funny.
I don't
You know
like
this
this.
place gives me the creeps.
I feel like someone's gonna jump out on me. No answer. This isn't going to work. This place is big, so it could be anywhere. I need to start looking for her. I take a deep breath before venturing deep into the mansion. Oh no. I don't like that noise. Taking a couple of steps forward, I notice something move above the grand staircase. Give me a moment. We're gonna just save, because this is my old save file from one year ago. And I don't remember anything, so I'm gonna undo my save files. Okay, please don't jump scare me.
What the hell? Rose? Rose, is that you? Not funny. I'm leaving you if you don't come out. Not coming out, huh? Fine.
I leave.
I'm going.
Fucking leave. Leave the house. Okay, that's a lie. She's my friend. I can't really leave until I know she's... Nope, just leave. The bitch is gone. The bitch is dead. The bitch is gone. Let's fucking run. Hello, Grey Wolf. Welcome to the stream. Growing desperate, I try to connect her number again. Come on, please give me something. Please, Lord. Oh, God. Horror game? Yeah. Yes, finally!
Hello? Hello? Rose, I'm here at the mansion. Where the hell are you?
She doesn't respond. There's also heavy static coming from her side. I sincerely hope it doesn't get cut off again before I can get an answer from her.
Rose, come on. Where are you?
She's dead. A few moments pass until the static infinitely starts to quiet down. Oh, fuck that.
What? The attic? Why?
Nope. Nope. Don't go to the attic. Crap, it got cut off. Nope. Man, do I really need to go up that? No, give me a choice. With how deep inside the mansion the attic is, there's barely any single in there. No wonder I can't contact her. But why is he there? Out of all places, he just has to make me go fetch her in the creepiest room of this place. Is he doing this to get back at me for being late? Whatever, I'll just go. No! I don't wanna. I don't wanna. The sooner I meet up with her, the sooner I feel better about being here. I carefully make my way up the staircase. My legs wobble as I mentally curse the fact that I've chosen real building instead of picking a career that doesn't involve strange abandoned houses. Upon reaching the top, the grand hallway greets me. Fuck. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. It branches out of the two major wings of the mansion, the east and the west wing. Those are the two attics here, one on each side, but east one has been covered in a storage room and somehow I find it least likely for Rose to wander there by herself. Besides, She's never did like go into stuffy storage's room. So I head towards the west wing first, where a simple wooden door at the end of the hall opens to a small room. Inside, another set of stairs leading to the second attic. Unlike the grand stairway through the stairs to the attic, and steep and narrow, made an old stone covered with a thick coating of dust that kicks up into the air every step. I don't like how I can't play any bits because I'm on computer. Aww. I mean, it technically says it uses 0 bits. But I don't know. I don't know how it really works. Thank God it's still daytime. If it wasn't for the light streaming through the door behind me, I might easily stumble and fall. Which, how old the place is, there is no light fixtures or illuminate the cramped passes up. Why don't they bother to add one up here? They escapes me. Sheesh, did they do it on the rest of the house? A small bedroom welcomes me at the end. It looks exactly as it did since the last time I'd been here, full of dust, worn out, and faded by time. Oh, I thought they cleaned everything. Did the crew miss this room? It looks fucking abandoned, not gonna lie. Cleanliness is the least of my concerns right now. The more pressing matter is Rose. She's not here. Was I dreaming when I talked to her a while ago? Did I misheard her? No, I couldn't have been a dream. After all, the creepy abandon of this essence is doing such a remarkable job of making me sure I stay alert and awake. And I'm sure she said she's here. Is this a prank? Or maybe the phone call was Rose's last measure to me before the curse got to her. Oh, shut up, Brain. You are not helping. Don't make this scarier than it already is. Fucking save. Fucking save. Don't make this scarier than it already is. But if she's not here, then where is she? I just choked. Oh my god. Oh god. What the fuck was that? That scared me. Oh, I need a drink. You know, no, okay, that scared me. Okay. Drink. Okay. I just had a heart attack just then by the sound. Okay. We got this. I believe in myself. What the hell was that? That's it. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. Yup. Good job. We must have arranged the spirits living here. Angered the spirits. I knew disturbing this mansion was a bad idea right from the very start, but nobody listened. Be fucking realistic, they said. They think I'm cuckoo because I believed in curses and ghosts and all that. Me and my outlandish backwater quarter beliefs. I've always strained to be model implore, but not this time, no. I'm turning back for the sake of sanity. Bell reality can find another ancient who is more fucking realistic to the tall people around this haunted house. Before leaving, I take one last look about the gloomy old room. Why would you look back? Why would you look back? You just fucking leave. That's all you do. You leave. Just to check. Of course. Of course. You're the main character. Of course you're gonna check.
Huh? What's this?
Oh, of course you find something. My worries about Rose's whereabouts must have caused me to miss it when I first entered the room. But it's clearly something on the floor. It looks like a letter. Okay. Laying on the ground just a couple of inches away from my feet. Out of the sheet of curiosity, I lean down and pick it up. Oh god. Please tell me there's nothing under the bed. Strange. I don't recall seeing this in the last time I was here. A few days back, me and a few other Asians expected the mansion and prepared for today. I had been the last to look inside the attic and leave. This certainly hasn't been here before. Someone must have left it in the room since then. Did Rose leave it for me? Was she here a while ago? I couldn't have missed her though, could I? There's only one set of stairs leading the attic. The letter isn't exactly in the prince's condition. In fact, it looks rather ancient. The paper is so thin and rough. I'm worried it'll fall apart if so much of as touch it. But with great care, I opened it, and what I read shakes me to my core. There is a piece of topping. Wait, what? There is a piece of topping. Oh shit! Help me! Help me!
What?
Help me! Help me! Help me! Help me! Help
Oh
me!
my god.
Yeah, you leave. You leave the fucking room. Nothing but their words help me fills the page. All of it seemingly written from crisp and shaded pen. Or blood. I glooped. The same phase just goes on and on until... Send this to 5 people or else. Oh shit! Fuck! I'm cursed.
Send this to 5 people or else. Or else what? Or else what?
As quickly as I can, I scan the back of the paper and peek into the element to make sure I'm not missing out on a second page. But there's nothing.
No. Oh, please, no.
Oh god, I'm shitting myself right now. My hands tremble as a dread creeps over me. The room is suddenly getting colder. I need to get out of here. Bundling the paper in half and slight that greets me next has... Oh, fuck. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Okay, it's just feet. It's just feet. It's just feet. It's fine. It's feet. Made a piece of coal. I'm feeling lucky and I just filled up with the fries. What the Pup, I don't know what's scarier. This or that. Wait, the pizza with fries and oh god, no. A pair of blooded, soaked feet enters my field of vision, covered in gasping wounds with skin eating away to reveal flesh, bone, and all manners of the things one isn't meant to see. Dear God. The feet! It's too much. All of it, it's too much. I want to cry, call for help, but the words catch my throat. Even my feet won't move completely paralyzed out of horror. Be brave and lock up. Close eyes and pray. Oh God. I actually don't want to see what's there. I'm gonna close my eyes and pray. Story updated. I ain't looking up. I ain't looking up. I shut my eyes tight, muttering feverish prayers under my breath.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Oh fuck. I ain't looking up. Prayers taught me as a child by my mama and papa slips out endlessly through my teeth. Every time looking, it always something bad. Yeah, don't fucking look at something. You'd fucking close your eyes and pray to God. Because God, oh God, if you have listened to any of my prayers, please listen to this one. And if God doesn't listen, at least I won't see the thing that kills me. A cold comfort. I wait. And I wait some more. Please don't open your eyes. Don't open your eyes, please. Oh God. But when nothing happens, I dare to take a peek. No, don't. I swear to God. But at the same time, I want to look up to see who it is. I feel I'm terrified. Ah! Okay, it's gone. Only to find that the ghost, the thing, whatever it is, gone. Thank fuck. Get out of the house. Get out of the house. You get out of the house as soon as you see that. Relief rushes over me as I shakily get up on my feet and back up towards the door. Wrenching it open, I slip without a second thought and make a run for it down the stairs and into the hallway. Yep. Fucking run. I take a look back to make sure. Why are you looking back? This. Oh my God, you are the main character, of course. Any other person might have stopped, dismissed it as a trick of a light and overreaction in image. But I'm not taking that any chances. I am not giving that thing another chance to catch me off guard. Yeah, fucking leave. I don't think I'll ever feel safe until I get out of here. Whatever that is, every warning bell in my mind is telling me that it's going to jump out any moment and get me while I'm still. Oh my god, please. Is that foreshadowing?
I told them! I freaking told them! Oh man, oh man, oh man!
Racing down the stairs, I briefly laughed escaped me and my shoe slipped and I find myself falling. Fuck. Why is it every main character, they see something, they run, they trip, and then they die? Why? Until my back hits the ground and pain racks my body. Oh, fuck. My head grows fuzzy and my vision dims as I fight to stay conscious. I don't think you want to stay awake, hun. I don't think you want to stay awake.
No. Go away.
Oh, wait, did she die? The last thing I see are those feet before I know it's darkness. Is she dead? No, just a letter. Did I kill her? A buzz breaks the silence. I start to prose, pulling into consciousness against my own will. I've never felt this tired before. I just want to sleep, but instant buzzing, poking and prodding isn't letting me. My old mattress may not be the comfiest of places, but this doesn't make me any more eager to wake up.
5 more minutes, Becca.
Oh, thank God, she's alive. I sweat away at what is nudging persistently at my side. Can I just get a few extra minutes of sleep today? I promise I'll work hard once I'm up. A hand slightly taps my cheek and something cold is suddenly being pressed on my back of my head. The icy sensation slowly spread throughout that area, giving me an uncomfortable feeling.
Isabella? Isabella? Stop. Can you hear me? Isabella?
Rose? The fog immediately lifts from my mind. The moment I recognize the voice, my eyes snaps open. Who the fuck are you? Wait, are you Rose or are you Rose? I forgot. There's a look down at me is Rose. Another woman loitered beside her, but my attention is too focused on my co-agent to even ask why there's someone else with her. Rose posture just screams worry, although she's keeping a straight face or trying at least. I can't help but feel bad for making her feet fret. A wave of dizziness washes over me as soon as I get up, forcing me to lay back down again. Luckily, the feeling submises after a few seconds, until only a mild throbbing somewhere at the back of my head remains. With a little assistance from Rose, I push myself upright. She hands me an ice pack and gestures for me to press it where I suspected a small bump has already formed. If the light X in the light area induces anything.
Alright, Isabella, where are we?
The Ermengarde mansion. Why? Ow, my head.
And the date today?
October 21st? Rose.
Last one. Can you count to 15 in reverse order?
No.
15, 14, 13, 12 teen.
12 teen.
That's wrong.
12 teen.
Why are we doing this?
She's just checking if your injury is in any way serious.
This time I curiously regard the woman standing beside Rose. It's impossible to overlook her, the way she's towering over us. And I thought Rose is already tall. Who is she anyway? One of the remaining cleaning crews? But with how primly dressed he is, I don't think anyone would want to clean in a suit. An expensive suit on that. The gloves alone must have already cost a fortune. Her eyes slowly shifts between me and Rose, considering us as an almost unreadable expression before finally fixing a sharp glaze on me. I can't help but fold my arm protectively over myself as she does so. She may be far from cleaning crew, but she certainly looked like our supervisor during an evaluation.
Just do it, please.
I eye them both warily, but recoup everything she has asked. Rose release a breath of relief once I'm done.
You scared me for a moment there. I was about to call for an ambulance. Are you alright?
No. Expressionally soon replaces the dull ache. The memory's a little fuzzy, but the attic and...
There was someone, Rose. In the attic.
Someone? You mean a client?
No.
Oh, that's unlikely. It's probably just one of the cleaning crews.
With on bad feet?
The boss sent a few of them back this morning for some last minute...
They're dead.
No, not any of those. They're, I'm not actually sure. Wait, didn't I call you? You said you were in the attic when you answered. That's why I went there in the first place.
Both Rose and the lady looked at me as if I'd just grown another head. They didn't fucking answer that phone. That was the ghost. Did you say something weird? Rose quickly cast a sorry smile at the woman before a awkward silence stretches on further. Her cell-woman's smile, the same one she taught me back when I was still her trainee. I should have known this troublesome kind or just avoid trouble in general, she advised. It's also the same one she gives me when I'm done something particularly absurd that may cause us to lose a sale. Her eyes are serious when she turns back to me. Okay. Takes both of my shoulders, gently squeezing it, and then as much patience he musters.
As much as I'd love to have gotten at least a heads up of your arrival, I didn't really get a call from you.
You did get a call from me.
Signal here is absolutely horrendous. I was in the garden earlier and couldn't even make a single call. Isabella, I'm going to ask again. Are you really all right?
No.
What happened?
I don't know. It's all a bit blurry. I remember I was looking for you, but you weren't in the attic. And there's... whoever it is. Then I must have tripped on a rug or something on the way down. Oh no. Do you think someone came in while you were out? You left the main door open. We are so going to get into big trouble if something gets stolen, Rose.
Perhaps it is a concussion.
Maybe she is the one. Maybe she's like, I didn't leave the door open. I just got here.
Are you sure you feel fine? We could still call for an ambulance. I could cover for you.
No, I'm fine. I'm okay, Rose.
No, you're not.
I can work.
Wait. Hold your horses, Rose. I can't just miss an important sale because of a minor bump in the head. A minor bump? I had worse when I was a kid. This is
Besides,
nothing.
if I leave, you'll have to shoulder everything in the open house, alone. And in a mansion this big?
Well, there's also the part when I may lose that bonus BRC promised, but that's completely beside the point. Rose gives me a perplexly... I can't think of that word. A look when I returned the cold press to her and pushed myself off the floor. I have to use the staircase railing to steady myself, otherwise I feel fine.
See? I'm A-okay.
No, you're not. The two of them exchange a worried glance, and Rose assume a competitive look. I bit my lower lip in worry if she says no.
Right, you in.
Yeah. A smile threatens to slip out
If
of
I
me.
see that you aren't feeling well, I'm taking you personally to the nearest clinic to have you checked. Clear?
Deal.
Clear as day, ma'am. Thanks, Rose.
You insisted. But remember what I said. First sign of you looking not okay, and we're off. No
What?
questions asked.
What if I see something again?
It's just a small bump. Don't worry.
You shouldn't downplay these kinds of things. It could be a serious injury for all we know.
Suddenly a small cough sound against the wall overthrowing the dumps our banter. The woman is looking expectantly at the two of us, her stare making me streak back into a little on myself. She isn't really scary. Well, she is. But not in the scary, negative way. Far from it, actually. Her determination simply commands on air and respect. In different worlds, a younger me would have probably wished to be like her. Our lack of response, she coughs again, lifting a well-trimmed eyebrow at me in question. Words get caught in my throat, and the slight of it, and Rose, as usually, is swift to catch my blunders.
My sincerest apologies, Mrs.
Miss McCulloch. Marianne McCulloch.
How the fuck do you say your name? Hello. She hands Rose her business card, and the words entertaining designer catch my eye before the partner flips it over. Probably someone interested in the mansion for the 17th century influences. Then I won't hold it against her, though. Despite the hearsay and remaining uninhibited for years, the mansion normally fitting and furniture have been kept completely intact and restored to condition. I suppose some people find that trip to the past feeling appealing. After all, with what it offers, this place could also be a wit heaven for people who looking to live somewhere with a classic history charm.
Miss McCullough, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We're just ironing out a few things, but we'll be starting the tour soon enough. In the meantime, we've prepared some refreshments for you in the parlor while you're waiting. If you could please...
Thanks. There's no need for it, though. I just dropped by for a quick survey of the place. I thought I should check the estate before I meet with the homeowners.
Rose confusedly is impossible to miss when she glances at me, and I return it with an equally prepared look. And against my better judgment, I blurted out the first question that comes to mind.
I'm sorry. Homeowners?
I should have kept my mouth shut. A flash of anger crosses her face, but it instantly disappears under a mask of professional dismatchment.
Yes. Hannah Wright? She hired me to handle the interior design for their new home.
This is the Ermengarde mansion, right?
It is, but...
She pauses, possibly trying to find the right words to fix the awkward situation without offending someone. We'll check our supervisor. I don't know. We'll check our supervisor. Relationship updated. Hey, we did a good one. Those few moments has me enough time to clear my head of nervousness and confusion clouding
it. It is, ma'am, but we weren't aware the mansion has already been sold.
What do you mean?
I almost flinch when she turns her gaze on me, but I stand my ground. Besides, it isn't like I haven't dealt with an awkward situation like this before. I may screw up at times, but that doesn't mean I haven't learnt a thing or two in the 5 years I've worked in business.
The mansion is indeed for sale, ma'am. Today's the open house, in fact. However, we haven't heard anything from the higher-ups that a deal has already been closed for this particular property. If you'd like, my co-agent and me can check with them right now.
She nods, seemingly in deep thought after I finished. She appears to be a responsible person anyway, given the proper expression she surely understood.
I thought something looked odd. Excuse me, I need to call my secretary.
Thank you for your assistance, Miss Santos.
With a slight wave of her hand, she leaves us. That seems to be the end of it. Both Rose and I breathe a sigh of relief. Disaster averted. I also don't miss the thumbs up she gives me for doing a good job, and I can't help but well in with pride. Still, I'm ready to prepare myself for a dial of the number to our Lux Brunch office to check. Even if she didn't ask for it. I will be very frustrated if, for some reason, something has already been decided without mine and Rose's knowledge. That's a whole new level of unfair. We've been working hard for this. A moment later, Miss McClurg returned, looking a little frustrated, but with a sorry look in her face. I feel a little sorry for her having to go through all this trouble.
There seems to have been a little misunderstanding with my client. If you'll allow it, I'd like to stay and wait for them here. I was informed they'll be dropping by for the open house today. I figured it'd be a waste to just leave after that long drive. I might as well meet him here.
Certainly. You could stay at the parlor in the meantime, ma'am. I'm sure it won't be long before our guests arrive. And, Isabella, I left a few documents in my car. You know where I keep those. Can you please get it for me?
Oh, sure. I'll happily go outside and get the key. Fucking leave this building. Rose takes a glance at her wristwatch before tossing me a set of keys.
And hurry. We've still got a few minutes to double check those papers.
Okay, got it.
Update. Nothing interesting. The two of them disappear behind the parlor doors. Their dispute brings with it a silence to keep me company, neither welcoming or comforting. Alone like this, it's impossible not to think about what really happened. I wish the memory isn't as illusion as it normally is. Then again, Rose already said he didn't receive any calls from me. Was it just paranoia? A temporary lapse after having heard all those tales about the place? Probably. I want to think of it as church. Better to think of it church so I can work in place, except a small part of my mind begs to different. As if I'm going to be completely honest with myself, I want nothing more than to leave this place as soon as possible. Yep. I don't know what's in this house, and I don't want to know. The keys Rose have just handed me dig into my palm, its jagged edges creating swallow rims on my skin from how hard I'm clutching it. It's a reminder of what I still need to do, and why I've taken this job in the first place. Hugging my blazer close to my body, I exit the house to get what Rose has asked for me. In a few more moments, Isabella. Sell the house, get the money. Nope! Fuck off! Fuck off! I just threw my hands in the air for a second. A flock of people have already gathered in the mansion front yard by the time we officially opened the door. I'm not sure whether I feel baffled or underdressed standing in their presence. Men, women, the length of the statue, all dressed in the nine and fancy suits and the lovely dresses of varied colours, composed to the medium-sized crowd. Their neck, arms, and figure are adored with silver gold glittering in the afternoon sun. Some even have ridiculously fancy feather hats on their heads. Jesus, rich people. I really hope there aren't any magpies living nearby like the stories. Those birds will have a field day in this. Those are humming among themselves, looking at the faded approachly with some arguing about whose mansion has a super achievement. Oh yeah, I just remember when I tried to go on the other streamer by using the link, it said that they are in another castle. Another castle? Wait, what? Oh yeah, I just remember when I tried to go to the other streamer by using the link, it said that they are in another castle. I don't know what you mean by that. Did the link not work? I had to fix that if that's on YouTube. But most of it stops as Rose calls for their attention. They don't look too pleased at being ordered around, but what can they do about it?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We'll be taking a tour of the mansion in 2 groups. Please make sure you filled up our sign-in forms before joining a specific group.
Those who want to look around the first floor, please follow my partner. I'll be guiding the ones who wish to see the ground floor.
Hearing this, a few wonder to me. Oh, yeah, let's just save. We're gonna save on that page. Let me find which streamer it was. Okie dokie, I'll make sure to fix that. Hearing this, a few wonders to me. They are most likely old lady who seems distraught at the idea of climbing all those stairs. Miss McClough is also joined our group, and what really catches my eye is the elegantly dressed pair as he approaches.
It's so nice to finally meet you! When Chief Inspector Lee mentioned that a famous interior designer is in town, I knew I had to get you.
Your confidence in my skills is very flattering, ma'am.
I'm sure you won't disappoint, Marianne.
Oh, I don't like your voice.
Oh, you know each other?
Not at all, ma'am.
You mentioned something about a Marianne on our way here, darling?
Oh, yes, I think I did.
And they must be the clarinet she was talking about. I might have seen their faces somewhere before, some magazines or television, I can't quite remember. But then again, most of our guests have likely ended up on the news one way or another. I won't be surprised if those two already have. People who are popular though, they aren't dressed as loudly as the others, and in their simply the couple stands out. The woman in particular is stunning enough to turn the heads of most people in the group, especially the men with wondering eyes. The guy standing beside her doesn't seem to mind though, as if going to the bit bolder with my assumptions. I say he's basking in their attention. Both of them, in fact. I think they are brother and sister if I wasn't for their public display of affection. The matching rings on their fingers just comment about the fact that they are indeed a couple. Oh god. Whatever. Couple or not, that's important as we get this deal closed before the current owners can even think about cancelling the listing. I just hope one of the people is mine or Rose's group is brave enough to buy this mansion. And so, with paper in hand, I lead the way. Oh. Anything new? No. When they aren't whispering among themselves or going, oh, ah, over one thing to another, they ask questions. From how the restructuring process went to the history of the place, I answer them, all more than happy to talk about the art pieces, and mostly. It was Two that said they were not available. Okay, I'm guessing you did that on YouTube, so I'll have a little check on that after the stream and see if they have disabled their Twitch or what. Because I made sure to go through everyone. So if their Twitch has because they might have renamed themselves. I'll have to double check on that. So thank you, I'll make sure to check on that. I'll fix that up. Yeah, sometimes if you change your username on Twitch, it removes the link and makes a new link for your Twitch, which is annoying. So I'll have to double check it and see if they did change their name or anything. However, I'm careful not to mention anything about the unbanned legends. Not a good material for sale talk, even if the entire puppetry of Luxembourg knows about it.
Some of the furnishings here are actually the 17th century originals, all of which have undergone a painstaking restoration process just to return its original beauty.
Even the glass thing. Colorful ones. Oh, I don't know, but you get the idea, I hope.
Especially that one, ma'am. It is said to be a gift commissioned by the fiancé of Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. The mansion's current owners have specifically requested that the restoration crew take great care in handling it. It's a priceless work of art and the most distinctive feature of the mansion.
I keep right-clicking by mistake, my bad. By the time I stop talking, her attention is already elsewhere.
Isn't this place wonderful, darling? I told you it's not a total waste of your time.
I don't know. Isn't it a bit too small? We might have to break a wall down to have more room.
Wow.
Well, I think it is just right. Don't you think so, Marianne?
It is splendid, ma'am. But isn't it a little too early to make plans when no deal has been signed yet?
Never mind that. It isn't going to be a problem. We've got a wonderful legal team to handle everything. Start taking notes, though. I think I've got a few things I want changed before we move in.
They're already planning it. They're like, yeah, this is mine. I don't have to pay for it yet. The rest of their conversation get lost in the chitter-chatter of everyone else. I don't want to make any assumptions yet, but their sheer interest is enough to give me some, hope. Oh, please, please, please let those guys be the ones. Our group reaches the kitchen. Much like the rest of the house, a great deal of effect has been in retain of the room classic appears. The room helps of the end of the room in particular looks amazing, like the one I've only seen in fairy tale books. A mad prop to a cleaning crew. Seriously, after overhearing 100 of their complaints about the scoot and tar tearing the bricks, of how much the pain of the arses, cleaning this, they managed to pull this off. Or make it look presentable, at least.
The highlight of the room, however, is what's underneath this hatch here.
Oh, don't say anything yet. An underground wine cellar.
Oh my god, he's happy. This is the first time the guy in grey speaks up. Mr. Luke Riffs. My memory supplies from the form they signed earlier. His sudden attractiveness catches me off guard. Since the start of the tour, only his wife has shown any form of genuine interest in the place. But this time, something lights up in his eyes at the mention of the underscarf. What's so interesting about a basement? I really don't understand rich people sometimes. Right now, he just gives me the impression of a child who has seen what he wants for Christmas. I always found it cute whenever I see children act that way, my younger sibling especially. On a grown man? It's almost funny.
Yes, sir. It could house around 7,000 to 11,000 bottles of wine.
Truly. And the room, how was it built?
The bricks that were used to build the cellar had been carefully picked for the purpose of maintaining and preserving a constant temperature and humidity in the room.
Okay, this is cute, having this talk.
It's a good place to keep your private collection in if you have one, sir.
It keeps the corks in good condition.
Oh, love. Didn't you say before that you wanted to make your own personal vineyard? Perhaps you could start one here.
You know we're going to need space for that, darling.
This isn't big enough?
If it's space you're worried about, sir, the Ermengarde mansion sits on a 46-acre lot. There's plenty of room for it. We were told that the original owners had a horse stable built here before, too.
There's a comprehensive expression on Mr. Whip's face, but he doesn't say anything future. His wife, however, seems really pleased that he has started to show interest, only a little. I smile at myself. I may not completely understand how those people mind work, but I sure as hell know how to spot a buyer when there's seen interest. Score. I can't wait to tell Rose. The rest of the tour goes by without a hitch. After more than half an hour, we were able to cover almost every room in the ground floor and are heading to the parlor. Funny the fact time, BRC had us survey the property and kept complaining to Rose how big it is. Now I can't even bring myself to care, no matter how much our feet hurt. Maybe this is my excitement over the possibility of sales. When we reach the parlor, however, the odd feeling washes over me. Oh fuck. It starts to feel small goosebumps on my skin, a feeling of being watched intensely. Whispers in my ear and shadow dancing lurking in the corner of my vision. Okay, nope. Dark silhouettes that are gone when I turn and look. A chill set down my spine, making me feel sick, and I start to break out in a cold sweat. I can't do this. I need to sit down for a moment. The old ladies in the group have been requesting for a break anyway. If I can just...
Excuse me, everyone? We will be taking a 15-minute rest here before we visit the first floor. In the meantime, please help yourselves to the refreshments and snacks we prepared. If anyone has any questions, feel free to approach me. I'd be happy to help you.
I let them sit a while, and I retreat to a quiet corner to recover. It's not what you think. Don't think about it. It's not what you think. I probably just caught Becca's cold. Don't think about it. I'm left alone for a good while, the same words spilling out of my lips in silent praise, until a hand taps my shoulders.
Hello, you there?
Oh, fuck me. Okay.
Yes, ma'am?
Oh, look at you. Having to show a group around a mansion this big must be exhausting.
Not a problem, ma'am. I'm just doing my job.
What a hard worker.
Anyway, Isabella, actually.
Oops,
but yes, what can I help you with, ma'am, right?
Please, just Hannah. Call me Hannah.
Hannah?
I just wanted to ask, how soon are we able to move in?
My brain completely stops. The sick feeling plunges me and is suddenly gone, replaced by utter bewilderment. Is this a joke? She looks at me expectantly as I struggle to come up with an answer.
Wait, ma'am, you see, but we haven't even negotiated a price yet, ma'am. We haven't even finished touring the rest of the mansion. A sale would be great and all, but...
She stops me from speaking any further and puts a hand on my shoulder. For a moment, with her tight smile, she looks as if she has tasted a prettily sour lemon.
Oh, please, sweetie, don't insult me. Money is not a problem. And, just between you and me, this place is better off with us than with some old lady who'll probably just fill it up with cats.
I personally don't think there's anything wrong with having cats here, ma'am Hannah. I'm sure there's more than enough space here if you want pets.
Perhaps I'm not feeling well, but really, what's wrong with cats? More importantly, why is he talking about moving in already?
Well, I'm more of a dog person.
Of course
But
you
you
are.
see, this is going to be a gift to my darling. It's going to be our anniversary soon. And it would be so wonderful if you can secure its purchase for us. Why, I can even offer something extra if you help us out with the paperwork.
We actually have a process for this, ma'am. I don't really think that would be necessary or appropriate.
And just what are you two lovely ladies talking about here? Leaving me and our lovely interior designer to talk here by ourselves. What would the people think, darling?
Oh, it's just small talk, love. I was asking if she could help me with the paperwork.
I try not to whine when her nails dig into my shoulder. That bitch! I can't help but send an imploring look at Miss Mocklog, but only gives an a sorry smile. Gotta save. And a shrug.
Yeah, I can give you a fact sheet and a form to fill out.
She wasted no time in taking the paper from my hand and shuffled through the bunch. Oh man, Rose is going to be angry at me for letting her do that.
Wonderful. And Marianne, I'd really love to talk to you about those changes. You took some notes earlier, yes?
I did, Mom. But I really hope that this time...
Excellent. Hopefully you can help us out too, Isabel.
Oh my god.
Isabella.
Right. It's a lovely name, Isabel.
It's Isabella.
Isabella?
Yes, that's great. We'll be more than happy to put in a good word to your superiors too, and...
Hannah, you're a bitch.
What's this?
Oh shit, did I give them the letter? The look of confusion and disgust appears on her face, turning to her husband. He merely shrugs in reply.
That's, an interesting work of art. Not to my taste, though.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry.
Darling, Buttercup, art is a complete overstatement for this garbage. It looks like a cheap prop from a D-list horror film.
Shush, love. Let the girl do what she pleases with, what do they call this? Oh, forget about it. At the very least, it's not as dreadful as the one art exhibit I was forced to attend last month. You should have seen it, Marianne. Even you would have been appalled. But I'm sure you'll know what to do with our walls once we get started.
I highly doubt it is as bad as you say, Ma'am. Nevertheless, you can be assured that my team will only pick whatever suits your tastes. Nothing of this chain letter sort, of course. It has to always work with a palette.
Oh my god. Wait, so that's 3 people. It said to give it to 5 people, right?
I'm quite sure chain letters these days don't come in this form.
It's my turn to be puzzled. What do they mean? Rose and I double check everything. Are the paper I handed not enough? I want to ask what I did wrong. I don't want to mess this up, but with the way Madame Hannah leading the conversation, I'm afraid that exactly will happen if I do interrupt her.
That's good to hear. See, darling, isn't she an absolute delight to work with? I can't wait to see how this place will look when she's done with it.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that, Buttercup.
A smile is on her face when she turns to me and hands a strange piece of paper.
I would still put it away if I were you, though. Otherwise, people might get the wrong impression. Anyway, as I was saying...
I don't hear the rest of what she said after. I can only stare down at the paper at the letter in my hand. The slide criddle in my grip and the breathing grows labory. Yup. Fucking save. Dread quickly fills my mind.
Isabella? Isabella? You're looking pale.
I didn't even notice when Rose's group joined us in the parlor. I want nothing more than to say, no, I'm not right. I want to leave this place, because I remember everything as clear as day. This letter, those blood-soaked limbs in the attic. It's real.
The letter. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Careless? I've been so careless. How do I even tell them that without even looking? I've gone mad. Show the letter to Rose, don't show the letter. Okay. I don't want Rose to see it because I don't want her to get cursed. Oh, okay. Plus, Rose said, if I show any sign of craziness, illnesses, she's gonna send me away. So I'm not gonna show the letter.
Rose,
Okay, it's gone up. Okay. That was good. Wait, You're not Rose. Where's Rose? Wait, why do I not have Rose here? I thought this was Rose. The words are stuck in my throat. I want to tell her, I really do. But is she going to believe me? She already dismissed me earlier. It's a consortium, she said. It's not. There really is something in this house, in the attic, in that letter. It's going to go after us. Please believe me.
Dear me. Is Isabella alright?
Ma'am Hannah's voice breaks through the haze, beginning to cloud my mind. Is that our friend mentor? Relationships. I mean, Marina. I think that's the girl, the one that is working with Hannah and Luke. I don't know why Rose isn't there. Rose is looking down on me, worry attached to her features. I didn't even notice when she removed the wrinkled paper from my hand and pushed me down to sit down on the nearby chair. From the edge of my vision, I can also make out Miss McCullough asking for passing food served with a glass of water. Though, through it all, Miss Wirtz stands in the sideline. Though curious, he appears more inclined to watch the scene than help. Of course. They are all as likely to believe me as Rose does. To everyone, whatever is in this house is just a hoax, a curious tale of children.
Isabella, do you need me to call that ambulance?
No. Yes. She offers me a drink, but I pushed it away. I need to get out of here before I cause an even bigger commotion. Clear my head, take a breath of air, fresh air, anything to take my mind off things. No one is going to believe me anyway.
No, I'm just feeling a bit out of it. Excuse me. I'll be back. I just need to catch my breath.
Bowing my head, I mutter a quick sorry and gathered my stuff to make a quick exit. It doesn't matter in this place, haunted or not. I've caused trouble, and Rose can be quite unforgiving of behaviour like that. I'm almost at the door when she catches up to me.
Isabella, wait!
The approaching must have been quite obvious on my face because her expression shifts into something gentler. Eyes softened, her fond smile spreading on her lips.
I'm not angry.
Oh, thank God.
I know. I'm sorry I ruined this for you.
Come on. You didn't ruin anything. It's not like we haven't ran into any problems before. If we don't get a deal today, we can always try on a different day. And look.
She hesitated, completely trailing off before shifting her gaze down to her hands, a small gesture to stall. Her fingers are fiddling with a piece of folded paper. Is that stupid letter again? My hand stiffens when she gives it back, but I take it nevertheless. More as an automatic response than any desire to have it back. I'll throw it away if I can, but I have this nagging feeling that one way or another, it'll find it way back to me, regardless of what I do
Rose,
about it.
You have to let them know about.
I know you want us to get this sale so badly, and we've made a lot of plans on how to go about this. I mean, who wouldn't? This is the first time I've been assigned to a property like this.
Have you ever played Five Nights at Freddy? I have played the first game, but I never actually completed it because I got scared. I'm still terrified to even go on the game. I have the game on my Switch. I haven't played any of the other Five Nights at Freddy's, and I think I'll cry if I ever did.
I've sold plenty of houses before, but nothing like what we have here. It's a beautiful house. I'd love to get one of my own if I ever win the lottery. But I think... Look, here's the thing, Isabella. If we are going to do this, work on something, I don't know, this big, I need you in top shape. And the way you are now...
My mind stops.
What? Wait. No, I can still work. I just need to get myself together.
That's what you said earlier. I let it go because I thought, Hey, it's your own body and you should know more than anyone how you feel.
The last game that they made it look easy. Is that the one that you can actually walk around? You're the kid. That one I feel like I will be able to play, but I'll still be fucking a crybaby playing it, knowing me.
But after this, I really think you should take a break.
You're kicking me out?
No, I'm not. Look, all I'm asking is for you to take a seat somewhere I can see you, and let me handle this for now. You're clearly not yourself, and I honestly could use some time not worrying when you'll fall over or not. The day's not even over, and I'm already feeling the stress. Please, humor me just this once.
She claps her hands together in front of her, eyes pleading for understanding. And I understood to some extent. That doesn't mean I'll feel any less awful, whether at myself or the unlucky turn of the situation has taken. Or for her, I don't really know.
I promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow.
Fine. Okay. I'll step aside for now.
You're upset.
A little, yeah, obviously.
If it's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is.
I mean, I would be glad to get out of this house.
Please don't. I don't want a repeat of the lecture I got during my first assignment. He called me a noob. I don't even know what that means.
You're such a noob. So at the memory, we both burst into helpless giggles, earning us a strange look from the guest Milia about the door. Talking and laughing like this, it's easy to forget the mishaps that happened. Little things you learn to approach her, I guess.
So, are we good?
I'm still not okay with it, but Rose has a point. It's better for me to step out of this one for now.
I won't be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll just take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap things up.
Please, just stay put. I insist.
I'm not an invalid, Rose.
Oh.
You clearly have not seen how you looked earlier.
It's not that bad.
Color hasn't even returned to your cheeks yet. Just stay here, all right? Don't even think of going anywhere.
I want to go outside, thank you.
Let me finish what I'm doing here, and then I'll take you back to Luxembourg myself to have that minor bump checked.
I don't want to be in the house anymore.
At least wait for me to call someone who will fetch you, okay?
Okay? She's gone before I can voice one more of complaint. Left with nothing else to do, I find myself drifting back to the floor. A few visitors linger in the area, some merely enjoying the afternoon sunlight screaming throughout the stained glass windows. Others can be seen admiring the priceless antiques decoration of the room. One group of elderlies gathered some way across from me is a couple in a friendly banter with which one who would cost more to buy. A little argument here and a laughter and teasing there. I smile at myself. The clarification reminds me of what I've been missing those past few months. Rose is probably right, I do need a break. Maybe this afternoon a hangout will help. Speaking of, I should call Ash. A few hours earlier, from what I've told him, he did ask for a call once I'm done. Okay. Besides, I have a ride back he offered, so I might as well take it. Or bribe him into giving me one. Not that he'll ever accept the letter. Personally conviction and all. Honestly, if anything, I find admirable in him, despite his tendency to annoy the hell out of me, is that. Well, whether any works, free ride is a free ride. There's Rose's offer too, but despite what he says, I know she'll be busy for the rest of the afternoon, especially without me assisting. Bothering her for a favor as small as this is the last thing I want to do right now. A couple of minutes, a few prayers asked for a distant signal later. The call finally connects and...
Shit! Oh. Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out.
What?
Shit, how loud is this thing even?
A sharp ringing fills the entire hall, disturbing... He has a ringtone. Pleasant quiet that settles. Soon enough, heads begin to turn to search of the source, mine included. My eyes darted around the small crowd before zooming into the lone figure crouched behind the same group of old people checking out the deku moments ago. He is facing away from me, fumbling with something in his hands. But I don't need to see his face to know whose back it is. Oh, I recognize that dumb Parker anywhere. Without bothering to end the call, I marched towards him. After what happened today, I'm really not in the mood to deal with this.
Of all the times to...
Ashton Frey!
Oh, you're in trouble. What happened next is something I surely regret later on for having not recorded. Ah! He jumps out an illegally yelp, followed by his phone slipping out his grip. It bounced from one hand to another in his poor attempts to catch it before falling flat on the floor with a resounding clack. I kind of feel sorry for the phone and the floor, but it's not every day you get to catch someone like Ash off guard and get a reaction. Damn his stupid detective scenes. I'll take every want of victory I can get, no matter how small. Ha! An awkward pause passes between us, a blink, a cough. He makes a face. And then, in a too quick motion, he ducks and retrieves his absurd gadget, while a grin threatens to break out from my lips. He doesn't meet my eyes, and he straightens, but flush has crept on his neck and cheeks. In another universe, where we haven't known each other for 5 years and suffering through his teasing isn't a day-to-day occurrence, chances are I'll find that adorable. Enduring, even. Functionally, this isn't that kind of word. The way things are, I really consent to see him out of his calm and collected disposition.
Hello to you too, scaredy cat. I could stand to be greeted like a normal person, you know.
No.
What?
Ash,
I missed that look on your face? No way.
His username is asshole.
Oh man, I should have taken a picture.
I am so
Asshole.
honored you find this funny. Is that how you treat your guests? I think I need to talk to your supervisor.
Talk to yourself. You aren't even a guest here. What are you doing here in the first place?
For a moment, he looks like a cat that swallowed canary oil. Suddenly checking every nook and cranny in his phone for any damage or scratches, he seems to be more interested in activity than explaining himself.
Ash?
I could be looking to buy a house.
A mansion?
Yeah, why not? Did you see the view outside? It doesn't look haunted to me at all.
You're messing with me.
Ashton, I am not in the mood. What are you doing here?
He changes a glimpse at some point behind me. The parlor? Curious, I follow his gaze, but before I can figure out what he caught his attention, he places a hand on my shoulder and turns me back to face him.
I just finished working on something, so I dropped by.
I still don't see how his work has anything to do with why he's here. My confusion look, he drops a hand resting on my arm, like has touched something particularly hot and usually rubs the back of his neck.
And I said I'll see if I can pick you up. Turns out I can. Free time and all. So here I am. Figured you'd still be busy, and so I roamed around for a while.
Oh, you should have mentioned that sooner. I was about to throw you out.
Throw me? Hey, I was given a pamphlet. I think that makes me a legitimate client.
We have mandatory sign-in sheets for clients, Ash. I didn't see your name on it. And you can't just roam around because it says open house. Normal people actually follow an etiquette here.
Right, okay. I think I'll just go ahead and...
No, wait. I wasn't really going to throw you out. Rose said, never mind. I was just about to leave anyway.
Wait, what? Now?
Something must have shown in his face because he pauses and gives me a long, hard stare. Sometimes I forget how easy reading people is for Ash, given how he often looks as if everything around him is in chores. I avert my eyes, hoping he'll drop the subject and won't ask any more questions. The last thing I want is to tell him what happened, especially the part about the letter. In fact, he's the last person on earth I'll ever think about telling if I can help it. Sure, he's a dependable guy. God knows how many times he has helped me, even without me asking for it. But stuff like ghosts and supernatural, he'll never believe those, even if he hears it from a friend, except maybe if it's Becca. On a good note, the most harmless thing he'll do is to give you an explanation of why those things have no chance of being real. At worst, he's insufferable. He'll poke fun of you every single chance he'll get. Asshole. What did I even do to him? He never does that to Becca or Zach. I can already imagine how things go the moment I spill a word of what I saw. Nope, over my dead body. Before I catch his attention, I shove the letter deep into my bag.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Let's just go.
Doesn't look like a nothing to me.
We still have Zach's movie tonight.
It's still early. And didn't you say your shift will end around 5 or 6? What about... Hey, Isabella, wait up!
I'm already leaving. Bye, bitch. A rush of air greets me as soon as the main doors open. Not usually autumn draft, but it's still a welcoming change from the stringling atmosphere inside the mansion. Ash's footsteps are quick behind me, the sole of his shoes stumping hard against the polished concha in the awkward condition as he rushes to catch up. He calls out once, twice. The mansion still looms in the background. Whispers calling me back, shadows beckoning. Well, fuck off. Yep. I don't look back. Yep, good job. You don't look back. Nuh-uh. We spent the ride back to Luxbun City in a relentlessly quiet manner, with one of the radio disjointed hum in the background up to fill the silence. Encouragingly, Ash will reach out a fiddle with it until the single settles on the responsive volume, but otherwise he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. However, if the future glances he's been sending my way are signs, I know they are things he'll be itching to ask since we left the mansion. I keep my eyes trained on the passing scenery outside in a small hope that my distant will discover him.
Here.
All of a sudden, he tosses something at me from a small point of his side. It hits me clearly on the chin before I can make a move to catch it. The small packet makes a soft landing on my lap instead.
Sorry.
Oh, that's adorable. The glare I sent him wipes that smirk across about to form clearly off his face. He clears his throat, focusing his eyes on the road again. I swear he did that on purpose. Ignoring him, I flip the half-forgotten packet on my lap.
I won't say no to free food.
Hey.
But why are you giving away cereal bars?
I always have one on my person. And you look like you're about to pass out back there. Have you eaten lunch yet?
Nope. I didn't even get the chance to deny it before, right on cue, my stomach rumbled loudly and an empty, groaning feeling in my belly becomes notable. Not surprised there, I did skip breakfast and lunch so I could catch Becca when she was on break. I was hoping to get a small meal after. I guess with everything going on, I just forgot until Ash mentioned it. It's not like a howler feeling new to me though. But anyway, it's just one of those things I've gotten used to ignoring over the years growing up. A thanks, then a tear opened the packet and starts nibbling at the edge of the bar. Apart from acknowledging nod, Ash doesn't say anything else after the small charge. For that, I'm thankful. After getting an earful from both Becca and Rose, it's nice to be able to just sit down with someone who's not going to nag you.
How'd the open house go?
The usual. We got a bigger crowd than normal because of the property's fame, but really, no different from the typical open house. On second thought, it actually looks like a fancy party more than an open house. I've never felt so underdressed in my life. Weren't you there?
I wasn't really listening.
I should have asked someone to kick you out.
No, you won't.
And what makes you so sure?
One, ever since you got assigned to this property, you've been freaking out about it. Rebecca's words, not mine.
Are we Isabella? Yes, we are Isabella.
She's been complaining to me about how you talked your ears off, by the way. Two, despite your initial qualms about the place, you still took the job. Which brings us to three. It's been months since you last settled a deal, and you're short on money right now since you're back to your instant noodle diet.
How do you even know about the last one?
Rebecca.
Anyhow,
you're hellbent on selling the mansion. Even if someone you know personally is in the tour group, you aren't going to just kick them out. Every single person who went on your open house is still a prospective client to you. Even me.
He's not entirely wrong. Oh man, I walked right into that one, didn't I?
I hate you. I really hate you right now.
Yeah. His answer is a small laugh, the kind that screams, I'm right, I told you so. I hate it when he does that.
I'll have you know that there's already someone who's extremely interested in this property. So even if you expressed any sort of interest in it, I don't think they'd be willing to let you have it.
Provided I didn't butt in the rats. Why of all time did I have to screw up like that in front of the important customer, no less? I owe Rose a big sorry. I hope she likes free donuts.
You don't seem too happy about it.
I am happy. Doesn't this look like a happy face to you?
No.
Really? And here I was thinking you found another one stuffed in the sofa. Or is it the wardrobe this time?
He meant that as a joke, but how close is it to the truth made my blood run cold and my own heart beat a heavy weight on my chest. All at once, the letter in my bag feels a whole lot heavier, burdening by my own guilt in it, and big word.
Yeah, well, things happened. Stuff the right couple might not be pleased about. No need to make a fuss about it. It's normal in the business.
You made them angry?
Not angry, just stuff happened.
I gave them my cursed letter.
Like?
Things.
Did they do anything? Your clients. The rights, was it?
The rights. I can't answer that. Lie to him. I don't want to lie to him. I'm going to change the subject.
You keep asking me about my work, yet you haven't said a single word
okay,
about
yours.
That.
I'm making good decisions. I'm making from friends. The only people I don't know. It makes sense. I just met them. But friendship. You keep. Oh, I don't have to read
fair.
that.
Both you and Zach have literally disappeared off the face of the earth.
An over-creation, but changing the subject to something else is still better than outright lying to him. Besides, I never work with him. It's not sure if it's because I'm bad at it or because he's just really good at his job. He doesn't answer immediately, only memory shifting a glance over me in returning back to the road when he has to make a sharp turn. Outside, the sun has already started its descent, casting vibrant orange glow of the tall buildings. I wonder how long before we reach the venue for Zach's film. Checking the street signs outside, appears Ash has taken the longer route. Odd, but he probably trying to avoid the rush hour
Didn't
traffic.
we just talk a week ago over chat?
That's different. Linking your awful memes in the group chat box every morning isn't exactly a conversation.
It is.
Excuse me, I don't hear you calling them awful while you're laughing at all of them.
Shut up! And you aren't answering my question.
That earns him a soft punch to his arm. I did laugh at them, but I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of knowing that I find them, most of them, funny. It'll only make his head bigger, stupid Ash.
Alright. Lay off on the abuse. Remember that case I mentioned before? We've been trying to pin the bastard down, but it required more work than we anticipated. The guy's slippery like that. We got some good lead months ago.
You recount for what he's doing in the time we haven't seen each other. He usually worked the quotient small investigating and the big cause he's been stuck working on. Stuff he couldn't mention in a brief time we catch each other online. Oh god. Although most of the time are trimmed down, the vision only things he can tell. He has always been careful about. Even if the way he spins his answers to the question just enough to satisfy my curiosity, but not enough to paint the whole picture. At one point, his voice takes a stained tone when he mentions something, the big case, but I don't dwell on it too much. That's normal, right? I mean, who wouldn't be frustrated if you couldn't bring someone to Justin because they kept slipping out your fingers? If I was in his shoes, I'd definitely lose my mind. His stories never cause to be entertaining, regardless. If things wasn't the way they were back home, maybe I would have considered taking the same job as him. Well, no. Not really. Mama would never allow it. But the idea is still there. Along with the countless other I've gone. Time passes through quickly before we are at the banner, and before I know it, we're already at the movie house. Oh yeah, I need a drink. Give me a moment. Hydrate, people, hydrate. Gotta hydrate everyone. It's good for you. Okay. A small crowd has already formed in front of the theatre when we arrive. The Lift Fest short for Lux Brunch Independent Film and Theatre Festival attracts a bigger crowd usually, and this year's no different. I've only been a few ID film screening with Zach, so I'm not expected on no matter, but I know that for people hoping to make a break in introduction and getting your film recognized by the local event like this is already a big deal. Especially for the newcomer like Zach, he hasn't even won an award, but just getting the confirmation letter that festival commission wants to include his movie in this year lineup already puts a grin on his face for weeks. Speaking of the guy, he's impossible to miss. At 6 feet, he approached the loom over most of the movie gear goes, and with his large build and heavy voice, there's no surprise when people give him a wide berth as they pass by. It's often easy to mistake him for someone intimidating, scary at first glance. I did back when I didn't know any better. Ash did too, I heard. Once, early in their friendship.
Oh, there's Zach!
Hey, you guys! Long time no see!
I want that hoodie. Zach's face lights up with a smile on his own. He moves towards us with a careful step, taking a scientifically effort to make himself smaller as if not to bump or actually hit anyone. Typical Zach. As he does, Ash casually raises his hand in a greeting and...
Sup, Z-Man, my main man. What's crack-a-lackin', my homie?
Bromance. The awkwardness that depends with the imagery and visually of our small group is credible enough. Somewhere in our left, a girl giggles, and only then I become aware of my mouth hanging open. I'm almost amazed how Ash can say that out loud with a straight face. Almost. Considering his track record, I should be used to it by now. Zach seems to be.
Stop trying to act black, Ashton. And you're the only one who calls me Z-Man.
Yeah, Ash. There's fondness underneath his expression tone. If this were any other person, he'll likely be offended, but years of friendship and familiarity have made those words harmless to the other ear. Or at least enough to both to take in stride.
It's been a while, Zach.
I hope you didn't get into trouble again.
Not much to get into trouble lately without you, I'm afraid. I'll let you...
Nah,
oh, I didn't mean...
I
keep
chicken
clicking
down
too
stuck
quick.
on me last time I agreed. I'd really love at least this year to pass without some sort of accident happening again.
Hey, I take offense to that. It wasn't that bad.
You really have no idea.
A beat passes, and then Zach laughs.
Hey, I'm kidding! You know you can always count on me.
It's a story only the two of them are provide to. Every now and then, Ash will enlist Zach's help on something. Rebecca and I never really found out what the real deal is with those adventures, as Ash likes to call it. Both aren't really willing to tell due to some unspoken agreement. She insists that if Ash is likely not something illegal or life-threatening, I tend to believe her on that. Sometimes. Oh well, boys will be boys, I guess. I give Zach a small wave from behind Ash when his attention usually turns to me. I have to go, bye-bye. Okay, thank you for staying for a long time. Bye, pup. Have a good day.
Bella!
Bella!
Huh? Rebecca's not with you. Is she still sick?
A bit. But she's up and went to work this morning. You know she doesn't listen to anyone that's not Ash.
Yes, she does.
No, she doesn't. You're literally the only person she'll listen to when she's feeling stubborn.
And it's true, they've known each other for far longer than any of us in the group. Childhood friend and all.
But don't worry, Zach. She's probably on her way here now. She promised she wouldn't miss your movie.
Isabella! Oh, thank goodness!
Speak of the devil. Without warning, a hand grabs me from the shoulder and turns me
Becca,
around.
You're just in time.
I have to lean back a little with a face he was almost invading my personal space. But she places her hand on either side of my head and keeps me still. She stares at me intensely, concerned and feeling her eyes.
You're squishing my face. How are you? Are you all right?
Why wouldn't I be?
Rose called me earlier.
Oh, I was ratted. Those 4 words tells me all I need to know. Since I don't have family living close by and only the related I have work on the far side of the country, I gave my component Becca contact number in case emotionally. I should have known Rose would call her. I pushed Becca's hand away from my face, although she lets go, her eyebrow remains drawn together.
Oh, no, everything's good. Rose covered for me at work today.
That's not what I'm talking about. How's your head?
Besides me, Ash snickers. I bite back the urge to elbow him in the place I'm trying to avoid. Becca's hand as he tries to reach out for the said area. I do my best to dodge her, all at once moving to hide behind Zach. Sorry for using you as a human shield, Zach.
Oh, it's nothing. I just slipped off a few steps on my way down. I blacked out for a few seconds and had a minor bump, but it's just that.
You blacked out? It's not something to brush off. Come on, at least let me check it.
It's extremely minor. You wouldn't even know it's there.
Isabella, this isn't a laughing matter.
You're gonna get in trouble.
She did look pale when I saw her.
Wow, thanks a lot, Ashton, you traitor. I'll get you back for this. Just you wait.
What? I'm just saying it as it is. If you mentioned this earlier, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
I'm sorry. Saw her?
Yeah, they arrived together. Bella looked fine to me then. I don't know.
Something crosses Becca's face, but it's gone before I can figure out what it is.
Oh, that's good. At least she didn't have to travel alone, right? At least. Good.
See? I'm okay.
I
wouldn't be here if I wasn't. And I don't want to miss Zach's film.
We can always watch it some other time. Sorry, Zachary.
No, it's good. But you guys should really keep it down. We're starting to attract some attention.
It's the premiere. The premiere's different. Right, Zach?
I shoot him a pleading look. Zach's sensible guy. He'll understand. Please understand.
Not really. But Rebecca has a point. In the end, I think it's your call.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
Please, Becca. I really don't want to miss it.
You're not missing it. We're just moving it on a different day so we can have a...
Look, you guys.
Ash, a loud sigh, unexpectedly cuts through the conversation. He's pinching the bridge of his nose as he speaks, something he usually does when he's getting impatient.
If she says she's okay, then there's nothing we can do about it. It's not like we can stop her either. Besides, she's still acting like the same old Isabella to me, if she can still run around like that.
Why are you taking her side?
I'm not. But if she wants to watch Zach's movie with us, I'm not going to stop her. She's probably the one looking forward to it the most.
Yeah.
Ash, that's... You, of all people, should know...
Tell you what, if I notice something amiss with her, I'll take her to the nearest hospital myself. Is that good enough for you?
I already know the answer before Becca voices it out. Well, at least he released a deep breath and nod, a bit with a great reluction. I immediately tackle her into a hug.
Thanks, Becca.
It's always been you with him, isn't it?
Oh, she's jealous. Oh, shit. Becca, I'm sorry. Do you like Ash? I can back off. I didn't know you liked him.
Did you say something?
Me?
I'm fucking
nothing.
stupid.
Don't mind me.
Oh, Isabella, I don't like you. You are making me angry.
If you say so.
Okay, guys, showtime's close, so I think I'm gonna get us some snacks. My treat. And then let's head inside. Anyone here has a smaller bill?
I think I do. Hold on.
I pull myself from Becca and get my wallet from my bag.
What's
and...
this?
Oh, shit. It's already in Ash's hand before I can even react. Behind him, Rebecca and Zach are both given the piece of paper. Oh, fuck. I cursed them. I've cursed 3 people. 6 people. Fuck.
No! Give it back!
It's just a paper.
I don't care! Give it!
Looks ancient, too. Why do you keep this around?
Don't look at it. I try to reach for it, but he holds the paper way above his head. Oh, he's tall and I'm short. I don't like that. I've never been particularly sensitive about my own height, but right now I really wish I have that advantage over him.
Don't open it!
What's the big deal? It's not like it's a love letter. I don't see any reason to... Hold on a second. This is, isn't it?
Even if it is, it's not for you.
Okay. Now I'm curious.
Oh my god, you asshole.
I'm telling you, it's nothing like that.
The rest of my words are lost when he unfolds the paper. Fuck off! Oh, I like the art. I can't breathe. My heart feels stuck in my throat, pounding, threatening to burst out. Virtually, I note how my hands are trembling at my sides. Clasping them together doesn't do any good. They are still shaking, but I hang on to them regardless. The awful, sick weight that has taken its core in my stomach back to the open house returns full force. How do I fix it? How do I fix this? How do I fix this? Someone please. Today is turning out to be a horrible nightmare.
Send this to 5 people or else. Well, that's interesting.
Technically, I've sent it to 6 people. I sent it to because Luke, Hannah, and McCall saw it. Now, I've seen it. Becca, Zach, and Ash. That's 6 plus 7 counting me.
Guys, I think we should listen to Bella first.
Aren't you a few days early for Halloween?
Ash waves the paper in front of me, giving me a fleeting glimpse of its content. I don't need to see, I don't want to see. The letter, the words, every stroke written in blood is already embedded in my mind. Maybe I should just throw it away when I had the chance. That way...
It's not a prank.
It makes them stop. Even I'm surprised of how steady my voice is.
What did you say?
This isn't a prank! I saw something!
Hold on. Are we still talking about this paper? Or is it about the urban legend again?
Both. I know it sounds ridiculous.
You're saying this is a primitive version of a chain letter, and now that we've seen it, we're now cursed.
Yep. Hey, I tried to protect you.
You've got to be kidding me.
See? This is why I didn't want to tell you guys.
Isabella, aren't you taking this a bit too far?
It's not a joke! Will you guys listen to me first? I saw something in the house earlier. It stood right in front of me. If I hadn't gotten away, that thing might have...
Right. And in broad daylight, Isabella. Even someone gullible would find the logic in that screwed up. There's also no way in hell that this supernatural shit is true.
But it's real! What do you think I saw?
A hallucination? A delusion? Didn't you say you fell down some stairs?
Yeah,
So
but that
maybe
was
Rebecca's
before
right.
I fell down the stairs.
It happened after, when I was trying to get away. I almost got stuck in the same room with that thing. We're all in danger. I thought you were my friends. Why don't you believe me?
We are, and you know that. But this thing and that thing has got nothing to do with the other. When Rose called earlier, I thought she's just exaggerating. But based on what I'm seeing right now, maybe it's better if we really postpone this for now.
Don't bother.
Uh-oh. Without another word, I snatched the letter out of Ash's hand and stuffed it back in my bag with more force than necessary. I'm tired. I got cursed, saw a ghost, probably lost a sale, got kicked out of my own open house I'm supposed to be hosting. My own friends don't believe me, and all of them think I'm crazy. To top it all off, there's a dull ache on the back of my head begging for a little attention I can't afford to give right now. Honestly, there's only so much of a person can take without a single day. I don't want to go home, crawl up in bed, and never think about today. But before I can take a single step away from the group...
Guys!
Uh-oh. Sorry, Zach. Zach rarely ever raises his voice, even when there's a point he wants to drive home. And hearing him take on that tone completely thrown me off. Even Ash and Becca. Whatever harsh words yet to come out of the argument immediately died our tongues.
Why don't we all calm down first? I'm sure Isabella has her reasons too. No need to be hard on her.
No, I love Zach.
And hey, ain't this supposed to be a happy get-together? We haven't seen each other for months. I'd really love to know what y'all have been up to. I only ever get to talk to Bella over chat. Please?
Yes, he has a point. Ash, for his attempts to look cool and distant, has also been looking forward to this. Even he took the time to call his this morning for a reminder. He never does that. Becca too. I'm pretty sure that's another reason why she got out of bed today. And yet, despite Zach's attempts to lighten things up, all Ash's and Becca's accoutrement gestures, the tightness in my chest remains. I should just kept it to myself, or at least went with the idea that it was a prank. If I did, things might have not have turned out the way they had. No sour mood, no bad vibes. Careless, so careless. Stay for the movie! Stay for the movie! I want to hang out with Zach. Any other day, I'll excuse myself and go straight home. But this is something special, Zach. Something I've worked so hard in life, I should know better. Hey, that was... Oh, fuck. Rebecca did not like that. Rebecca, I love you. But my god, I want to spend time with everyone. I'd rather have two happy than two sad. Something he worked so hard at. I might be having a bad day, but being able to have a few people I care about far outweigh the idea of spending the rest of the day throwing a champ alone in my room. And what if the thing in the attic follows me home? I don't want to be left in my thoughts either. I can still see it whenever I close my eyes. And maybe if I stay, let our heads cool down first before telling them what happened, they'll listen to me. There's nothing you can solve with a calm head. One step at a time, Isabella. That's what my mama used to tell me. Besides, I don't have the heart to ditch Zach. A smile is back on my face when I look back
if we
at them.
keep arguing here, we're going to miss the first few minutes.
All right, that's the Isabella I know.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you were going to cry.
Uh-oh. This I really do send an elbow straight to his stomach. I love it. Yes. Stupid Ash, being vertically challenging has its perks too.
What was that for?
Stop calling me a crybaby! I'm not one!
Aw, don't cry.
Stop it!
Okay, scaredy cat then.
That too!
I'm gonna kill him.
If you repeat that, I swear I'll...
Let's just go.
But I know where Becca goes inside, he doesn't even stop to give us a wait for us when we call after her. Ash and I exchange looks at them. The same looks, like similarly inside our minds. Did something happen at school after I left? Is she having a bad day too? I try asking her about it later, I guess.
So, you guys go catch up with her. I'll go get us the food I promised.
But you'll miss it.
Didn't you say watching a movie without food ain't fun? And it ain't like I haven't seen it. I made it, remember?
Yeah!
I'll be in there soon.
One friendly tap on my shoulder and then he goes. A few movie gores and still mailing about some we're waiting in line for tickets, but otherwise most of the crowd are already inside. There's nothing much for us to do now. Not a word or protest comes from me when Ash gestures for the two of us to head inside.
And then?
Are you sure it wasn't one of the cleaning crews?
Absolutely sure.
Somehow, halfway through the movie, the conversation steered towards what happened in the mansion. To be fair, Zach was the only one who brought it up again. In his own movie, Picrew. Now the film is just serve as the background noise, while we're speaking in hushed tones, careful not to disturb anyone inside the small hall. Well, except for Ash. I just hope we don't end up arguing about it again. We get all kicked out for sure. Though, with how loud Ash's voice is, we'll probably get thrown out way before the argument happens. You okay, Leash? What's wrong? Get up! Come on, Leash. What? There you go. least you failed at getting on the bed. There you go, baby. Lay down. There you go. What a good girl. Only Becca still remains engrossed in the movie, completely ignoring us. She's been quiet the whole evening, speaking only when referred to. If I didn't know any better, I think we did something that offended her. Did we?
And then I ran. You heard what happened after.
I still think it's something else.
It was standing right in front of me, Ash.
He's one of the smartest people I know, but geez, he should learn to listen. Plus, didn't he say he doesn't believe in those things? Why is he in this conversation again?
I heard what you said, but it's a small room. There are a lot of things someone else could have done there without your knowledge. If I could see it up close, maybe I can...
I am not going back there.
Ain't that a problem if you're hosting an open house?
Rose does the first floor tour.
I ain't sure ghosts can be restricted to one room, Bella.
There are no ghosts, Zach. Stop putting useless ideas in her head.
Yeah, but I was thinking, maybe all the house needs is a blessing. Wasn't it left uninhabited for years?
The house did change hands over the years, from one distant related to garage to another. None of them bothered to live in it, though. It remains the way until its current owner decides to sell it. Why didn't I think of that?
I didn't peg you as the religious type, Zach.
Nothing like that, Ash. Who knows, though? It might bring something positive to the place.
That's not a bad idea. I just don't know where I could find someone.
You're not seriously considering his suggestion, are you?
Do you have a better idea?
I know where. I could contact him for you if you want.
You'd do that?
Or we can find you a psychologist instead.
There are very few times in my life when I wish my glares can kill. This is one of them.
Ash, that is not a very appropriate thing to say right now.
No, wait, that's not what I meant. Ethnographer. I meant ethnographer. This guy's a psychologist too, of course, if you...
Ashton, if you don't stop...
Rebecca knows the guy I'm talking about too. She can vouch for him.
Rebecca tears her eyes away from the screen at the mention of her name.
What? Oh, are you talking about Professor Andrew? He used to work with my parents at the university. Can you guys keep it down?
Sorry, the scaredy cat here mentioned curses. Not that I'm saying this is one. But talking to him is a better solution for me than getting a random priest to bless an old house. He'll even help you figure things out, teach you a couple things, and probably put your fears to rest since this looks to be bothering you a lot.
Ash might be right too. However, what Zach stressed is something I'm more familiar with. Granted, they don't believe me. They only give me those stress to put my mind at ease, but it's better than being ignored and laughed at. I can take comfort in knowing they would be willing to hear me out.
So, what do you think?
It's your call. We'll go with whatever you want.
I don't know.
Meet with the priest, meet with the professor. Bless the house. Oh, have a guy actually look around. Well, we know it's haunted, so I want to fucking bless the fucking area.
I'll think about it. But maybe we could go with Zach's idea?
Hey, Zach likes me.
I'm not so sure about that.
Well, it wouldn't hurt to try, right? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At least we did something than just stand around. I'll let you know when he's available, Bella.
Thanks, Zach. I knew I could count on you.
Guys, I said keep it down. You keep insisting that we still watch it, yet you're not even paying attention yourselves.
It ain't a big deal, Rebecca. I'm the one who broached the subject in the first place.
It's still your film, Zachary. A good film, mind you. You worked hard on this. The least we could do is watch it with you.
And that's what you're all doing. I really appreciate all of you making time for this.
Sorry, Becca. We'll stop now.
If I heard a sorry look, even if Ash the only ones he should be reprimanding, but her attention is already back on the screen. She's ignoring us again. When Becca's acting this way, there's a chance something's nagging at her. We really need to talk. We all fall into comfortable silence after, the kind that only you share with people you're most at ease with. For the first time today, the letter lays forgotten in my bag, if only in a few hours. Okay. I think I'm going to, let's save. I am going to end the stream here. We have hit the 2 hours mark. I think we'll hit every 2 hours. We do a stream of this where we play it. But I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I don't know if I'll stream later tonight. I might do on Dust Creature SMP. We'll have to see how I'm feeling later tonight. But I hope you guys have an amazing day. And until next time, I shall see you guys again. Goodbye!